Hey everybody, it's Pam from Nana's Crafting Cottage, back with you again. And this is part 2 of our little fall project. So welcome to my channel, welcome to my new subscribers, and to all my current subscribers who have been with me for a long time, for a short time. I appreciate everyone. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done that. Okay, so I have all kinds of stuff set out for me to use on this little project, and I'm going to try and keep it as flat as possible. So I have my fabric pieces the way I want to try and put them. 2 on this side, 2 on the other side in the back. So hopefully that will work. We will see. First I want to ink the little fabric pieces just a little bit. So I hope everyone's doing okay. We're doing okay here. Just been kind of just doing regular things around the house. We did order a new umbrella for our outdoor table. We have it out back on a rock pad that our son did for us several years ago. And then we also ordered some Rust-Oleum paint to dress up the table and chairs. Just a small table with 4 chairs. But it's weathered. Let's put it that way. It's been several years. So, yeah. So we've done that. It's on its way. It'll be here Monday. And the paint will be here later next week. So, yeah, I want to get this just right. Space it apart just a little bit so it doesn't bind up on each other. And get my Fabrifix out here. It hasn't been used for a little bit. So it's like, oh, you want me to what? Yeah. Come on. There we go. Oh my goodness. Okay. Get some glue down on it. And then get it laid out. The strings are not helping me. Oh dear. Okay. There we go. Do it right about there. We'll make it pretty even, leaving that gap there. And I want to leave the same kind of gap over here. Oops. As long as I don't knock it out of place here. And I'm going to lay that down so it wouldn't take so long to get to the point where I can use it. Okay. It's cooled off a little bit here in Northwest Oregon. We're going to be in the low 80s for the next week or so. Low 80s, high 70s. Yeah, which is better than 90s. We're not used to that. But oh my goodness, the trees around here have really been changing. We went to Costco, I think it was yesterday. All my days are running together. And noticed all the viney maple trees are really changing. Even the other trees that just turn yellow instead of a red are starting to do their colors too. So yeah, I'm just excited for fall. It can't come soon enough, let's put it that way. And I'm sure all of you who have been dealing with the extreme heat are feeling the same way. And I know people over in the UK have been suffering horribly, pardon me, with the heat as well. And yeah, okay, that got bumped, didn't it? Let's get that as even as I can. Okay. Now I don't mind that it's stringy, I just didn't want it too stringy to have them get in the way. Okay, let's flip it over. And we'll do the pieces on the opposite sides. So one will go here and one will go here. Yes, I wanted to quickly get this video out to you. I wanted to do it ahead of time, but it just didn't work out the way I wanted it to. Just things to do and get accomplished and finished or whatever. And yeah, by the afternoon I'm done because I wake up early because I love the mornings and I love getting things done in the mornings. So yeah, I'm pretty spent by the afternoon. Yeah, that's what old age does to you. But yeah, I just I get up early because it was something that I had to do when we had my mom here. Well, even though she's been gone going on 3 years, it was a habit that stuck with me when we had her for 4 years. So, yeah. But I enjoy it. It's quiet. We have coffee together and then he goes back to sleep. I'm unable to do that. I am not a person that once I'm awake, I am awake. So I just use my time wisely as I can, and there you go. Okay, I think I got it. All right, so I'm just gonna put that back over there. Now I have torn out a couple pieces. Okay, so these should be able to flip around, flip around. Yep, they do. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so I have this piece that I wanted to put down, and this piece I wanted to put down like that. So I'm going to ink it with my vintage photo. And this is just some Halloween paper. Even though it's Halloween, I just chose this part of the paper because it looks more fall than anything. From Amazon. It's in a booklet, paper booklet. And so yeah, it's double-sided. It's two-sided. It's the same on both sides. And all the papers that I'll be using on this are from that book. And I will try and remember to link it below. It hasn't been very long ago that I got it, so it should be pretty easy to find on my list. Just glue this down, and I have little, the smaller paper dolls that I'm going, well, they're not really the small ones. They're just children of the winter paper dolls of Tim Holtz. So I thought I'd use them. I looked at the mini ones and they were just way too small. So, yep. Okay. I don't know what to tell. I think they're right side up. Hard to tell. I tore these out yesterday between using my tearing ruler and just tearing the rough edge. So it's kind of hard to remember what I did. It's hard to remember anything from 3 hours ago. How's that? Okay, now this I did want to put down the center. So I did tear this one side and get my tearing ruler here and get it placed here. Turn here. And then, let's see, let's get it this way. And make sure I'm up to the edge there. Okay, I got that part. Now, let's see, I wanna do this. And then put this down the center, just for something different. And this is the tissue paper that we colored in the last video. Alright, get those scraps out of the way here. And I'm going to do it with glue stick. So I'm going to get it here. Because glue stick is a lot better on tissue and pattern paper and that than anything, I think. Of course it does do that if you are not careful. Be careful. Oy. Okay, well I'll piece it back together. Oh my goodness. Yeah, oh, what not to do, right? What not to do. Okay, well, this goes this way. This goes this way. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna piece it like that. Oh my goodness. Well, it's good and grungy, isn't it? It's not what I had planned, but that's best laid plans, you know. Okay, there we go. It's down. Ugh. All right, let's put that aside. And then I wanted to put a few of these little leaves on here. You can do like that, like that. And Oh, Bounty. I'm going to rough that up. And then I wanted to, over here, use like that, like that. And I did cut out some mushrooms from the kit that I have. Like that. And a small leaf up there like that. So let's do it. Okay, I'm going to get my distressing tool out, and we'll just knock it up there. Try it anyway. And this is from a kit that I have. Oh golly, I can't even remember who it was that I got it from on Etsy. But if you go on Etsy and put fall sentiments in, it'll come up with all kinds of them. And you just take your pick. I, unlike other crafters, am a slower crafter. So you can always skip ahead if you want. But I know some people are new and want to see the process, which I appreciate that because we've all been there. Got to start somewhere and you got to learn somehow, right? And I learned a lot from YouTubers and Instagram videos, and yeah, there's a certain few YouTubers that I watch, and I've learned various things from each one, and showing their process is one thing that really helps. So that's why I like to show the process for mine, because of those new people, they would appreciate that as well. Okay, there's one. Now I'm sure there's going to be some more stuff that I want to add to these, but as the basic, this is what I'm going to start with. I was watching Crafty Cat. She said the same thing. She says, a lot of times on videos, she thinks she gets everything on there that she wants to, but then after she's off video, all of a sudden she thinks of things and then adds to them. I totally get that. I totally get it. Same thing happens here. So, yep. Let's find this little lady here. And we'll ink up our mushrooms here. And I just did a kiss cut around them because they're too hard to get into all the little nooks and cranny areas and cut all that out. I could, but it's a lot more painstaking and time consuming. Yeah. Okay, so we'll go ahead and glue these guys down. Down. And then want her here and this underneath her. And I didn't have a specific plan other than the paper that I wanted to put down to start with. So, I'm seeing it as I think of it. A lot of times I have a plan, but not this time around. With this little lady. And I chose the ones with heavier clothing because fall turns off cool. And so I thought that would be a lot better than in just regular summer wear. At least around here at fall, it cools down. I think it does pretty much everywhere. Okay, there's that. Let's see, this. These are just some stamps that I did on sticker paper a long time ago, and I'm down to just this little bit left. It was just something I tried. And even though it's pretty sticky already, I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on it. That's what I've got for now. Okay, now I have some of these leaves over here that were given to me. They were embossed and they were on various papers, so I thought they were pretty cool. I found them again. You know how you lose things, you think you lose things and then they show up again. Well, that's pretty much what happened there. I was digging in my tub. I have a fall tub, just a small one, and yeah, found it there. I think I'll layer that. It's for something fun. These are from Hobby Lobby a long time ago. I don't know if they still have any such thing or not. It was years ago that I went with my sister, and so yeah. Oops. And let's see, do a poster down here with some labels. Pull in some different colors. Yeah, something like that. Something like that would be fine. Yeah, so these leaves are kind of they're not fabric, they're a paper, but they're a soft paper. So, yeah. Kind of forget, when you put things away, you know, you kind of forget what you have in your stash, and until you open it or get into it, whatever the case may be, and you're like, oh, I forgot all about that. From season to season, yes, I forget about things, but now Christmas, I have a couple larger tubs because I go crazy on Christmas, and then I did buy a few more things for this year's envelope houses that I'll be doing again. I hope you guys stick around for that. That's always a lot of fun to do. I'm just roughing up the edges on this little label here. Yeah, I'm Really excited about those. And those I learned last year from Nancy Pyter, Pyter, on her channel. And yeah, so I went crazy making them last year. And I have plans for fall and Halloween, separate ones this time. Last time I just did fall on one side and kinda Halloweenish on the other side. And this year I'm going to be doing separate. I'm thinking of names for the streets, so to speak. So, yeah. I was thinking of stuff like Spooky Avenue or Halloween Lane or, you know, something along that nature for Halloween, and then I'll figure something out for Christmas. That's that. I'm going to get the big one down and then put the small one on top. Give it a layered look. And I'm just using art glitter glue here. It is just paper to paper. So I think everybody's ready for fall. Let me know if you're not. Oh, goodness. It's been a crazy summer, hasn't it? It's just been crazy with fires and heat in places that normally does not happen. I was watching Angela Kerr, and she's over in the UK, and they're roasting where she is. She says, my mom calls where I live an icebox or freezer or whatever. Not this year. She had 100 the other day, and I was like, oh my word. They just don't see those temperatures, and they have no air conditioning because of that. So they're really suffering over there. It's really sad. Okay, so I got that side done. So let's flip her over and get this side done. Okay, so let's see, this paper, kind of wanted to put a little bit down. This is more Halloweenish, I think, but it has some fall color as well. So I want to, there's my, it's right in front of me, as usual. So I am going to use my tearing ruler to get it torn up here. And the tearing ruler I just got on Amazon a long time ago. It comes in a set. We are memory keepers. It comes in a set of 3, and there are various cuts on them. That, and I'm going to put it on this side. So crowd it out here with stuff. And then I want to go over here and turn that back there. And like I said, all these papers I'm using today are from the booklet, and they are double-sided, and it's 8.5 by 11. So yeah, I like them. I like them. They're nice, heavy, not super heavy, but heavy enough to be able to do things with. There we go. Um, yeah, so you can do many different things with them. I don't even think they would even crack. Um, let's see, this in here, one, possibly can, not too much ado. And if you pull this towards you, you don't get the white. If you tear it away from you, you get the white. Or, see here the difference? Let's mention that because a lot of people don't know about that. And if you get it, you know, a super white area, you can just ink it up. This is a little bit white on this side from tearing out the paper from the book. Get these inked up real quick. There. I did want to get this finished in this video, so it'll be a little bit longer video. So if you want to just buzz on ahead and see how it turns out, you can. Or come back later and finish it. That's the beauty of the videos. They're always there. And you can always pick up where you left off. I do that with some channels, just depends on what it is. Okay, so I got that done. There. I love this one. It's pretty grungy. Okay, now I want to get some more mushrooms put down here. That. And this fellow I made on a playing card, the same size, and I really wanted to put him down here. So that is what I'm going to do. And now I hope I can get my glue to come down there. Should have left it upside down in my cup there, but I didn't. Okay, I'm going to come back to him. Just going to put the lid on, put him in my cup there, stand him upside down, and let him think about it. Okay, let's go ahead and do our mushrooms. Here. And I don't recall, but I think it was the Junk Journal Studio that I got these words off of on Etsy. And the labels are just some that I had printed off from another set of digitals that I have that this would show up better over here, and this would show it better over here. Yep. Okay. There's some kiddos. And I liked this label because it had good fall coloring in it. And I don't recall where I got this. I've had it printed out for a long time. I've had all these labels and that printed out for quite a while. So put that behind the kiddos. And we can put grateful here. That. Yeah, let's see. No. Go ahead and just think of that. Here and there. I'll go ahead and I'm going to rough this up a little bit. Get in there with this paper, and I just printed these off on premium presentation paper. So they aren't real firm. Normally I put it on cardstock, but I just left the paper in that I had and just did that. Okay, so I got that, and a little sitting boy. So if I can perch him here. Right there. Just there. I think so. Just give it. You can do it with scissors or with this little distress tool that I have from Tim Holtz. I've had that tool for quite a while and it still works great. So, if you have scissors, you can do the same thing. Yeah. I liked this because it had the kind of fall colorings in there with the pinks and rusts and yeah. Okay, so let's get the paper down first. I'm not fighting it too much. Oh, we're pretty close to the end here. That finger's got glue on it. Ugh. Okay, here I want to put this down first. I want to see where this little kiddo is going to end up being seated. She's going to be seated right there. Okay, so I'm going to put this down first. Get kind of low. About there. Okay, and then these are getting buried. Buried. As with everything. Oh, goodness. Put that down. Put this little girl seated on her little label throne there. Table down. And I do have some postage stamps sitting here that I forgot to look up at. These are old ones that I've had for quite a while. I have a stamp collection in a book, in a stamp book, and these are just from all over. Collected them through the times. Okay, so I'm going to call that good for now. And let's get these done here. About the same distance as the other one on the edge. Yep. And then I'm not sure if the mushrooms right about there. Well, we're not doing too bad time-wise. I figured an hour, but I didn't want to really go that long. Okay, then we'll go there. And this will be behind them. And this was just a snafu printing on the other side, so I just turned it over. Why not? No reason to throw it out. I'm not going to put this over that. And behind them, over and behind. I like layering things. That way they don't just, just lay flat there by themselves. They're kind of connected. I like to connect things. I learned that from 49 Dragonflies a long time ago. And she does the top to bottom or method, and so yeah, I don't do that too much. It just depends on what it is. If it's bigger items, I do, but I was going to put this down here, but I think I'll put it over here. No, right here. Yes, I do have the right to change my mind, don't I? Okay, let's put this pretty stamp here. I picked out a few fall colors from my collection, and these Some were given, but most of them I've gotten them off of Etsy. Yeah, long time ago. But I'm sure you can still find stamp collections, old ones. In fact, on Face Marketplace on Facebook, I've seen people selling collections, of different stamps on there. So, yeah. Gracious, this thing is just giving me so much great. Well, I haven't used it for a little while, so it's probably pretty mad at me for not using it. So, yeah. Get over it. Oh, mercy. And I did sand the back down. I noticed that I hadn't sanded it down yet, and I knew I wanted to be sticking it down, whether in a journal or on something like this. But I finally got it sanded before putting it down here. Okay, so it's the same size card as what I'm using on this project, so it should be just fine. And it is a pocket on the outside. Yep, works just fine. Yay. Yay, yay. Oh. And the pocket is right here. It's one that I have done on video here a while back. I think it was a 50 stack challenge, but I don't recall. Okay, I'm going to add some more glue to this. Okay, it's just that one. Okay, there we go, guys. I think I pretty much got it. Let's see. Oh, why don't I put one of these postage stamps right there? Yeah, I like that. Yeah, it was last year that I made this, because here's one of the leaves, the embossed leaves that I used. So it just fits right in with all of this. Just add that. There we go. And then over here, then doesn't it? Yes, it does. Good with that. Oh, right side up here. But if it were to end up upside down, I can always go over it with another stamp. There you go. No worries. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. And then I do have a green one, but he's pretty green. Don't think that would go very good here. Or I think right there. I'll just use these while I've got them out. Just get them used. Now I do have a huge bundle coming from Paperomia that I do projects for. And I will be doing some various projects with those different papers. There's like 5 or 6 different kits that I'll be working out of. So I'm getting together in my mind what I would like to make with them. So, yeah. I think I'm going to just leave that center one the way it is. I like it the way it is. Okay, guys. Well, there it is here. And then over here, with the project that I used or made here a while back in the center. There we go. And it does fold up. It does fold up. Perfect. So I can fold it up, tuck it into a pocket in the journal. Yeah, how about that? Okay, guys. Well, I'm going to call it a video, and you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time around. Bye, guys.